man, so what do we have here? So, alright, I'm from Miami. And when I was growing up, Dipset had a chokehold on Miami, bruh. We was wearing wallet chains, we was wearing the t-shirts or the undershirts that had the tattoo sleeves like Jewels. Niggas was wearing bandanas and stuff. We was Dipset crazy because around that time, Lil Wayne and Dipset was locked in. So we were crazy over Lil Wayne. So we love Dipset, bro. But still, I don't think I will be this delusional as this shit was right here, because this right here spawned a response from Jim Jones that we gonna watch together. But peep what Jit said right here, and then we'll see what Jim Jones said for the first time. I'm gonna react to it, y'all.
You saying Jim Jones has more hits than Nas?
I'm from New Jersey. We grew up on ballin'.
That's one.
We did not grow up on one mic. Pop Champagne, Summer in Miami. That's a classic.
If I Rule the World, how's that comparable to those songs you just said?
I'm 22. Every Nas song that my man's MJ played, we said we heard that from what, Dub?
2K.
2K. Those songs are in the video game.
Okay.
I have never in my life said at a party, yo, throwing that Nas right now. If you did top 3 influential people regarding dressing,
But
swag, Jim Jones is top 3.
But Nas influenced Jim Jones.
Cap, Chrome Hearts and the BB Simons belts and all that. Jim Jones is like top 3.
So where you put Max B?
Nobody was wearing Ed Hardy. Nobody was wearing True Religion. Nobody was wearing Chrome Hearts. All that was white biker stuff. He brought that into the culture.
Well,
And how old are you, real quick?
23.
23.
So Nas first dropped 94, right? So that's a different time period where this is not really even checking for numbers yet. He came in at a period where he's checking for the skill of the game. You're comparing 2 different eras, and I feel like it's a little bit disingenuous.
It's the difference between being in the game and being relevant.
But
Jim Jones is more relevant than Nas.
Jim Jones and Nas are in the same era. Jim Jones is 48 years old. Nas is 51 years old. Jim Jones just wasn't a rapper and didn't know how to rap when Nas was rapping. No matter what Jim Jones has improved to, it's still not Nas.
But
You
you
can
know
put a
it's
V12
funny.
in a Honda, it's
You
not
know
a
it-
Lamborghini.
But you know it's funny. The last Nas album is not better than the last Jim Jones album. It's not better than the last 3 Jim Jones.
By
albums.
what metric,
By what,
though?
yeah,
By
that's-
bars, by everything. El Capo,
It's better
the
than
deluxe is better than King's Disease.
So Jit put Jim Jones over Nas. My brother, listen. Listen, okay, let me talk to you. Let's have a little basketball reference, bro. There's some niggas out here who prefer to watch J.R. Smith than Tim Duncan play basketball, okay? But that doesn't mean that J.R. Smith is better than Tim Duncan. In no way, no form or fashion at all, okay? J.R. Smith has been on some teams that won some rings too. So he got some championships, but he was never the guy on those teams. Jimmy was a part of an amazing team, but he was never the guy. He had balling, he had some records, he had the style. He was that dude. A lot of people wanted to be like him, but he was never that guy. So as a nigga that love hip hop, I could come here and say, bro, I understand where you coming from, but be realistic. Jim Jones can't fuck with Nas, bro. What are you talking about on no type of level? Alright, they got Jim Jones speaking on the situation. I'm about to watch this for the first time with y'all. This is Joe and Jada podcast. Jimmy talking. Let's see what he's saying over here, man.
I recently saw a clip on Instagram where a young kid was comparing you to Nas and saying that you got
Yeah, that's my young boy.
big hits.
He's wild.
Yo, he looked to you. He learned how to wear the BB Simon belt from you. He got his swag. Like, how crazy is that? Because in my era, you know what I'm saying? Nas is like a god.
In my
right?
in my era too. I mean,
So to
well,
be compared-
yeah, but let me
that young kid.
He was young, and we loved that he loved Jim
But
Jones. I want you to break it down.
Let's break this down. I admired Nas, but remember Nas' first record, The Barbecue, came out when I was in 11th grade.
Yes.
So Nas was my idol when I was young. Like you did, came to dressing, the wordplay, the music, everything. I was a superior Nas fan. period. I never take that away from him. But then as I got in the game, you got to realize that your rivals would be idols, and not to take anything away from that, I developed my own style in my own lane that these kids start to gravitate towards the same way I gravitated towards Nas when I was younger and things like that. It's a whole different generation. We talking about 94, 93. I was in 11th grade. Nigga, it's 2025. There's a big gap there, you know what I mean? And I want people to understand that. So when Shorty's telling people that, yeah, he's 20-some years old, that goes to show the part of the era that he's in, that I came into light and started going crazy, that these kids love me. They don't really know who Nas is. If he's 22, he's born in 03.
Not all of them, some of them know. But
you know what I mean?
A lot of them know.
Yes.
But it's the era.
Some music.
No,
There's some kids that.
No, I love that.
There's some kids that love hip hop.
20, so I mean,
but your kid, he's your son.
He's your son.
No?
He's your son.
No, but he knows.
My son, my son can't tell you one Nas record. You heard? Like,
That's a shame. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I was never the biggest Nas fan growing up. I'm a South nigga. But as I got older and did my research and I started to like really fall in love with hip hop, and I grew to love a lot of Nas tracks, bro. Just out of respect for hip hop, just trying to see like what's the best out there, dog. And I came away satisfied with a lot that I did here now. Did he pick some trash beats? Yes, it was a lot of Schnorfest. Once again, I keep saying I'm a South nigga. I need some beats that are fire. But when he did find the right beats and a nice vibe, the songs were amazing, bro. And I love whenever he got on the track with Rick Ross. I always wanted that. A Nas album produced by Rick Ross or somebody like that, bro. Somebody who had an ear.
keep it a buck here.
Yeah, but
let's keep it a buck. You heard? Let's keep it a buck because you'll bring it up. There must be some type of misconception or what's that word when it comes to Jim Jones and what Jim Jones have done in this game. A lot of these rappers,
we made them take the darkies off.
A lot of these rappers have done a tremendous job, and I take nothing away from them. But they forget I got a hell of a catalog. Me, Jim Jones, myself, gold records, platinum records, gold albums, platinum albums. No, me, Jim Jones. No diplomats, no nobody else. Me, Jim Jones. Check my track record, then check everybody else's track record. Then go to the billboards and check all my entries, then check all them niggas' entries and shit like that. And I'm not taking nothing away from nobody, but I hear the comparisons and the niggas be trying to act funny when it comes. No, I've been spanking a lot of this shit. I'm talking about the industry. I've been putting on. So let's not get into that where we get into numbers and I gotta show you the statistics of what I've done. You heard to what other people was done. You heard them. You want to go to the billboard entries, pull up Nas billboard entries, then pull up my billboard entries.
Listen, we can't compare the two. What I'm trying to tell you is
I want to go there. I want to go down the line now because now we going down the line. He's a rapper and I'm a rapper.
Listen,
let's go statistically.
It feels great.
No, but I want to go statistically because
because
when people be like,
I feel the same way. We all feel the same way.
And forget about the numbers. You heard?
Nigga try to save Jimmy. He like, no, let me go crash. I want to crash.
Numbers back up.
Let me step up to the forefront. Us in the music of hip hop culture have a problem. Is a thing, and there's nothing. The world goes off numbers, but in hip hop we don't pay enough homage to those before us the correct way, and sometimes it's even myself. So it gets. No other genre of music fucking, I don't even know who to use.
Yeah, but you gotta understand, hip hop is like basketball.
Jelly Roll's never gonna say that about
hip hop is like basketball. John Morant get on a call with LeBron, he's going to kill LeBron. So this is what this is about.
Song, any of that shit is murder.
This is what this is about. There's nothing that there's never is me. Putting me up against anybody, I'm taking me every time. Every time.
Okay, but let me say something though, Jim.
In every category, I get busy.
You started off saying you grew up watching Nas. The only problem,
I didn't take that away from
the only situation I'm saying now to you, right? There is no situation.
I always tell people that
kids should worship you.
You fucking started.
No, I'm not doing this. I did not know it was going there.
Because you're really friends with him.
He gonna be mad at you.
Not me. I don't know.
Hey man, I don't think Nas gonna be mad at nobody. Nas seems to be a very mature dude at this point in time in his life right now, you know. Even when the situation with 21 Savage happened, we went over that years ago when that situation happened. Nas rectified it and they had a song together. So I don't think Nas gonna crash out. He probably gonna just look at this shit and laugh because, you know, the folks gonna defend him, bro. And that's how it goes. That's what we here for, man. Someone right here pulled it up for us. Appreciate ya, my homie. So it says Billboard chart comparison, Nas versus Jim Jones. So Nas has 79 singles released, 15 Billboard Hot 100 entries, and hits I Can, that hit number 12, and If I Rule the World and Hate Me Now. All right, so Jim Jones has 47 singles released and then 2 Billboard Hot 100 entries. Damn, only 2. We Fly High and Pop Champagne. That's it. Nas by landslide. That's it. Wait, Jimmy really only got 2 Billboard Hot 100 entries and he brought that shit up to brag about it? You made that point to bring that up to brag about it, bro? Why did you do that? Nas got 27, 2 top 10 hits. Why would he do that though? Like, niggas supposed to know their own stats. You supposed to know your own stats. If you only got 2 Billboard entries, like, don't you mention that shit, bro. Like, whoa, whoa. They got a monthly Spotify listeners. Nas got 9 million, Jimmy got 850K. Number 1 albums, Nas 6, Jimmy 0. Top 10 Billboard albums, Nas 15, Jimmy 3. Albums sold, Nas 37 million, Jimmy 3. Arena tours, Nas 6, Jimmy 0. Classic albums, this is subjective. Nas got 5, Jimmy 0. That's subjective though, but damn. And don't forget about the Grammys and shit. Damn, why Jimmy put himself, why he hyping himself up like that, bro? This is a very sad situation, bro. Like, one thing I do love about rap is, like, you know, niggas got the bravado, especially Harlem niggas. They say you're not from Harlem though, but I can't police that. I can't police that. But I love the bravado with rap, but dang, you gotta pick your battles. But hey, left for an interesting conversation, an interesting discussion, but it's not y'all turn. It's y'all turn. What do y'all think? Is there any way that you believe that Jim Jones can compete with Nas in any way, form, or fashion? I don't know why this is the discussion for today, but Jimmy decided to get passionate about it. So here we are. Let me know what you got to say in the comment section below me. I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here, though. This is another update with Stace. Yo,